David is usually remembered as the boy who needed only one stone to bring down Goliath, but the text includes a detail that does not fit the usual version of the story. Before the fight even begins, 1 Samuel says David selected 5 smooth stones from the brook and put them into his shepherd's bag. If 1 stone was enough, why did he take 5? That small detail raises a bigger question. Was David less certain than people assume, or was he preparing for more than a single dramatic throw? The familiar retelling often makes David sound almost reckless, a young shepherd walking into battle with total confidence and no real plan except faith. But the text paints a sharper picture. David rejects Saul's armor not because he has no strategy, but because he has not tested it. He chooses the weapon he already knows. Then he gathers ammunition before he approaches the giant. That matters because a sling in the ancient world was not a toy. In trained hands, it was a serious battlefield weapon. David is not improvising with random objects, he is preparing with the tool he understands best. So the 5 stones may be our first clue that faith and preparation are not opposites in this story. One simple explanation is the most practical one. David expected the first shot might not end the fight immediately. Even a skilled slinger could miss or need more than 1 strike in a fast and chaotic confrontation. Taking 5 stones would not prove doubt, it would prove common sense. Confidence is not the same as carelessness. But that answer creates another question. If the detail is only practical, why does the passage mention the number at all? Biblical narratives often omit minor setup details unless they help shape how the moment should be understood. The writer could have said David picked up stones. Instead, the story says 5. That has led many interpreters to look for a deeper possibility. One popular theory connects the story to later passages that mention other giants from Gath. In 2 Samuel 21 and 1 Chronicles 20, several giant warriors are associated with the same region and the same terrifying family line. Some readers have suggested that David chose 5 stones because Goliath was not the only giant he might have to face. 1 stone for Goliath and 4 more in case his relatives joined the battle. It is an interesting idea, and it certainly makes the number feel less random. Goliath is from Gath, and later scripture does mention multiple giant enemies connected to that place. But there is a problem. 1 Samuel never says David knew he would face 5 giants that day. The text also never states that the extra stones were intended for Goliath's brothers or relatives. That means the theory is possible, but still speculative. There's another way to read the detail that may fit the story more closely. The 5 stones may highlight David's mindset. He's not walking toward Goliath as a dreamer hoping for a miracle at the last second. He's walking forward as someone who has already counted the cost, chosen his method, and prepared for the danger. His faith in God does not remove the need for action. It gives him the courage to act wisely. That reading also explains why the story keeps both truths side by side. David declares that the battle belongs to the Lord, but he also loads his sling. He trusts God completely, yet he still prepares like the fight is real. The strongest objection, of course, is that we may be trying to squeeze too much meaning out of a small number. Ancient storytellers did sometimes include concrete details simply because they belonged to the memory of the event. 5 stones may just mean 5 stones. And that caution matters. The passage never directly answers the question. It leaves the reason unstated. But even that silence teaches us something. The most likely conclusion is not that David secretly lacked faith. It is that biblical faith was never meant to look like passivity. David expected God to deliver him, but he still stepped onto the field ready for a real fight. So why did David take 5 stones? The text does not fully tell us. Maybe it was practical readiness. Maybe it hinted at greater danger. Maybe it was both. What it clearly shows is that David's confidence was not blind optimism, it was prepared courage.